One, two, three.
Yo, what's up everybody? How y'all doing? I hope you guys are having an amazing and beautiful day today. Welcome back to another video, guys, where I am going to be showing you guys how I edit my cinematic B-roll. If you guys don't remember, in the last video I had a competition and I made a cinematic video myself to take part in that competition. So if you guys have not seen that clip, I will roll it now and I will go step by step of how this cinematic short was made. Alright, so there is a bunch of stuff going on in this 1 minute. It starts off pretty slow and then progressively picks up the pace and goes super fast. I asked you guys on Instagram if you guys would like to see a step-by-step of how this was edited, and a lot of you guys said yes, so here I am. Before I start, I want to say two things. One, if you haven't subscribed, what the hell are you doing? Click that subscribe button and click that bell right beside that button. And two, I am going to be editing on Premiere Pro CC. Now the thing is, whatever I am going to be talking about in this video can be done in other editing softwares. So it doesn't really matter what software I'm using. If you just understand what I'm doing, you could do it in your editing software as well. Without further ado, guys, let's hop on into Premiere Pro and take a look at the timeline. Okay, so here it is. There is a bunch of layers, 9 to be exact, and there's just so many colors, there's so many layers. What does this mean? So many sound effects layers we can see over here. And well, let me explain it to you guys. So the way I edit is the top most layers, the top two layers as you can see right now, is the color grading layers. The first one is the color grade and the second is the color correction. And then these two layers over here are just the videos and the effects themselves. And then the bottom 5 layers are just sound effects. Now Zain, 5 layers for sound effects is a lot, but here's the thing. I will play the video for you without any music and just sound effects. Take a listen. Alright, so see how much sound actually helps? Now I'm gonna play the same clip without any effects, just the music. Take a look. So now combining both the music and the sound effects actually makes a huge difference. But now I'm actually gonna start off from the beginning, go frame by frame and show you guys what I actually did to create this video. Let's take a look. So we start off with these crop bars going higher each second and it reveals the shot. Now if we take a pause and look at what it says quarantine day 13 as my sister is writing it. Obviously we're all in quarantine right now, so it does make sense. Now this effect at the beginning is called the crop effect. It could be found under effects. If you could just search crop, it shows up. Now I have a whole separate bin called the favorites. Whatever effects I use the most are usually in my favorites. So the crop effect, as you can see, is in my favorites. You could just click and drag that onto your clip and go into effects control, scroll all the way down and see your crop effect. Now I already have a crop effect already done, already keyframed, and that's basically it. So what I basically did was keyframe the crop effect to open up slowly as the video starts out. We can start hearing that music effects going on. just a little pan in shot, normal shot, nothing too crazy. Now this shot is on a tripod. There's nothing moving. I didn't even add a zoom in post-production because I really didn't want to add it. There's so much movement going on throughout the whole film that I actually want to start it slow and build it up slowly as the music is getting a little bit hyped up as well. She puts away her pen, gets up. This shot is very important. This creates the mystery of where she is going. Obviously, we can see a little bit of the kitchen in the background with the stools on the right. Again, don't know completely. We're still seeing, but we're hearing sound effects of the footsteps leading towards the kitchen. Now this shot was so simple. It looks like the drawer is opening, but guys, the drawer was already open. So basically my counter is black. What I basically did with the camera was take the camera and just pull it back and pull it forward again. So that's all that was done over here. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. Let's continue what's going on. Simple shot, nothing crazy. It looks good. Effects wise, nothing too crazy. As the camera was going towards the counter, I just did a pull back from the cabinet from black. She opens the cabinet and just like the spoon, it was alone. There was nothing else in the drawer. Again, over here, there's nothing but the bowl. It literally took me half an hour just to clear that stuff out and place the bowl in the middle and the spoon in the middle. It was crazy, but let's again continue. Over here, now it picks up the pace and we get to see this effect. Now this is called the speed ramping effect. If you guys don't know what speed ramping is basically as the video is playing in normal speed, for me it's slow motion still, it picks up the speed instantly. The next clip starts out super fast and slows down again to reveal the full shot. So if we take a look at this again, look at this. So you see what happened there? Nothing too crazy. So for the shot at the cabinet, I just pulled back, waited for her to grab the bowl, and then did a whip down to the left. And the next shot, I started with the whip down again, continuing the same whip I ended from, and then zooming into the fridge and then going back. Let's take a look. Zoomed in and then zoomed back out physically, not in post. But we can see there is a zooming out transition just to continue that hand motion. This shot of the cereal big bowl, I want to call it, I don't know what it's called. But again, physically, when I started the shot, I actually pulled out to continue that same pulling motion. And then with my hands, I turned the camera physically to go under the counter again until the whole lid of the glass jar or whatever it's called touches the countertop. And again, there's a fade to black transition that reveals the whole shot of her hand going into that big glass jar and grabbing the cereal. The next shot is the cereal shot where the cereal is coming out. Again, very basic shot, nothing too much happening over here. The way I shot this was that the camera was going like this as the cereal bowl was again steady. It wasn't moving. It was just her grabbing the cereal out. And I actually wanted the cereal to fall out of her little scoop. So we actually took the shot a lot to get the perfect shot. And then directly goes into this shot where all the cereal is falling into the bowl. And this shot was a little long. I didn't want it to be this long, but it looked so nice that I actually kept it. And then a very, very, very basic sliding transition to go to the next shot. Now, if you look at this shot and the sliding transition, they're both going in the same direction. Slide went like this and the camera's going like this as well to continue that same motion. We see a very, very basic shot of the milk being poured into the bowl. As we could hear the sound effect of the milk going in, it's very basic. Okay, again, very, very basic transition. Panning down to the right. This is done in post, not physically. I did not physically move the camera. But again, to make it just a little more smooth, I needed to add a transition because it wasn't gonna look nice with a rough cut. So again, and I did not actually add a sound effect at the bottom over here because if you listen to the music, there actually is a sound effect that goes in with the transition. Listen and watch. So yeah. Now this shot is pretty interesting. This is a weird shot. If you just look at this shot, it's kind of weird. Just pay attention to the shot itself. Look, it's like going out and spinning at the same time. So the way this was shot was, it was going to the left, but then in post, I zoomed in by 10% at the same time. So it was going to the left and zooming in at the same time, which created this little parallax type of effect. Looks pretty nice visually, but again, it's not something too noticeable. It's just smooth to the eye and a glitch transition. Again, I didn't want it to be a rough cut. It's a very basic glitch transition over here, and just her grabbing the cereal. And this was a hard cut then, because if you look at the cereal, look at her hand going up, and then in the next shot it actually continues of her actually taking the bite and actually crunching on cereal, and then just a fade to black transition to end the cinematic sequence. Okay, that is a lot of effects. Zoom in, zoom out, left, right transitions, whip down, fade to black, cropping in, cropping out, a lot of stuff going on. Now let's move on to the color grading of this film. Why am I calling it a film? It's not a film, it's like a B-roll sequence. But here is the color grading itself. Now if we turn the top layer off and the bottom layer off, look how the shot is looking now. Right? This is color correction, this is color grade. Now if we come over here, for example, look at the color grading over here. Oh my god, look, color correction, color grade. So there's a little blue tint. This is actually one of Peter McKinnon's LUTs. This is perfect for what I needed. Nothing too over, very calm, not too exaggerated, perfect for the lighting and everything. Again, if you look at the color grading over here, let's turn these layers off. Look how much of a difference that makes. That's actually insane. That's crazy. But see, little things like this make it visually much better. Now for the sound effects, it's very basic. I'll just start it from here and we'll take a look. Door opening, door closing, whoosh, another whoosh, jar opening, cereal grab, cereal falling, milk, the milk pouring again, the glitch sound effect, the spoon going in, and then the crunching. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is basically how I edit a basic cinematic sequence. Now on the left hand side at the bottom, we could see a lot of folders. The first folder is my After Effects folder. These pink clips you guys see are actually After Effects linked files. The transitions done over here are from After Effects. It's just a way advanced editing software. It's better for these transitions in my opinion. They just look much better. I have the audio file. Now if I open these up, all of the sound effects and all of the music is in here. The cinematic challenge folder, these are all the clips that were shot. There's the nest folder. All my nested clips from the timeline are in this folder. In the others folder, all my adjustment layers and all that is down here. Some other video clips folder, there is none right now, but I usually have that just in case. And then my YouTube stuff folder, where all of my cards, promos, all that good stuff is in here. That's basically it, guys. That's how my editing sequences usually go. That's the editing process. First I select the music, then on top of that I put on all my videos, edit them accordingly, add some effects, do the color grading and the sound. That's pretty much it. This video took me 3 days to make. It's a 51-second clip, took me 3 days. It's insane, I know. This thing took about 2 days to shoot and 1 day to edit. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm super proud of it. I hope you guys learned something new from this. Maybe shifted your mind towards the new creative zone that you want to get into. I don't know. I hope all of you guys are staying at home safe in quarantine with your family. If not, please stay indoors. Protect yourself along with others. And I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. If so, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. And I will see you guys on my next video next week, Sunday. And peace.